Star's gonna grab it and go like, he'll look at Black Power and he's like, Trey?
He just flips Star off.
And he'll go, okay. He'll say, sour power change up.
Can you give? Okay, so Star, here's your chance. Regale us, and keep in mind this is for role playing points for later. Okay, this is for role playing points. Can you give us a description, cinematic, of how magical girl style you transform into this yellow outfitted flavor senshi or flavor scout?
So it'll start where after you see the little ball, you see his hand go over it, and then when it comes down, you see his two eyes inside the ball. The ball will shatter, and you'll see Star raining down. He'll be standing there like Michael Jackson with his his wings will fill out yellow, and then it'll burst behind him, and he'll do like a ballerina jump like this, as it's like the flavor is wrapping around him to create his costume. You'll see his hands do this. You'll see his hips pop, like he'll be doing like a belly dance move as like the dress is coming down, the whole thing. And then he'll be like doing like a river style dance as his shoes are forming. And then when he's done, he'll go, you know, when he's done.
Oh my gosh. After you do that, several of the meatballs are going to try to attack you now. And can you creatively tell us what a special attack you're going to use, knowing that you are sour? So it could be something like big giant lemons like appear in your hands, and you squeeze it, and like this big caustic like whatever you want as your special flavor scout power. What do you do as sour?
As sour, he'll go. He said sour lemon cherry. He said escalation.
So what does it visually look like?
So you'll see like a rainbow of like lemonade looking flavors appearing. It's still like yellow, but it's like lemony, sour, yellowish stuff appear. And then like a mallet that has like two ends on it that are both lemon, but it'll have like stars that are in different color. And then when he swings it, he'll slam it down on the ground, kind of like Sailor Uranus's world shaking when she punches the ground. And then you'll see like these lemony like things shooting out at everybody, at all the monsters.
Yes, you'll go in, and the monsters will get hit with this caustic energy that seems to be dissolving them, and it burns them, pretty much dissolving them into goo.
Star will be like, I got one!
But there's other monsters that are now attacking the other four, so what do you do?
Frankie definitely will grab his spear. What is it we have to say again? Is it
salty flavor power. Change up. Salty flavor power change.
Salty flavor power change up. And so as he does that, from his hand comes magic coming out, and it starts to swirl around his hand, and it's just, imagine like She-Ra back in the day, 80s, like and as the magic is coming down, his whole suit that he was wearing and his shield transform into this, like, you see his body now, his blue is out, but all he's wearing is probably like that harness that He-Man had.
The He-Man harness, okay.
And the He-Man, but it's white.
Okay.
And so white against his blue skin, and he's wearing like this white Speedo with a white cape. And then when you get down to his boots are like clear.
Okay.
Like he's got clear heels on.
Yeah. Awesome.
And so basically he looks like this enormous like salt shaker.
I love it.
But he's blue.
Blue salt shaker. I love it. I love that. That is so
much
creative.
light.
And then he will attack one of the monsters close to him, and he will just shoot out this whole like spray of salt at them to dehydrate the monster
Yes.
and dry them up and just.
So you do, as part of the rules of this world, your attack has to have a name, and you have to like yell out the attack name. So what is the name of your attack?
Sea salt spray. Go.
I love it.
Yes.
How does Black Powder, a man of the sea, react to the sea salt spray?
I think right now, more than anything, he's just like, out of everything, he chose to wear that.
and the salt is pink.
The salt is pink.
Pink sea salt.
Nice.
Sea salt.
Ooh. Sailor Flavor says, somebody is a bit salty, are we now? She says, looking at Black Powder.
My default setting.
My default setting. Yes.
Who's next?
Go for it, Tori.
All right. She doesn't get into stuff like this normally, so watching the first two with like Star and Frankie, she's a little bit taken aback, but she tries to like rumble through it, and she's like,
Bitter flavor pack.
Flavor power. What was it?
Change up.
Bitter flavor power activate.
Sure, activate works too. So, what happens with Tori when she transforms? I'm curious what this looks like.
Oh my god! Please bitter the pepper to my salt.
I was actually gonna.
Well, first of all, let me
Maybe
start with...
instead of pepper, she'll this like similar to the voodoo magic. There's like this black cloud that kind of enwraps her, and when she emerges from the smoke, she's in this like all leather and stud
love
outfit.
it. Does she have like a ring nose? Does she have like? Is she all tatted? Like all these tats up and down?
Yeah, all tatted up.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I don't know, a member of Kiss or something, like some heavy metal rock band. She won't. I guess she wouldn't be like the pepper to Frankie's salt, but are we taking on the form of food?
Whatever you want. However, you're bitter, so whatever you want. I'm also gonna say that even though you might, I feel like you wouldn't do like the whole pose thing, but your dolls will start to like animate, and so all of your dolls will be on the ground, and they'll start doing like the synchronized pose.
Yeah, they'll do the pose. They'll be
and you'll be like this.
They'll be crossing her arms.
Crossing her arms while your dolls do the posing for you.
Bitter face.
Bitter face. Yeah.
I love that so much.
So what is your attack?
I'm trying to think of
Bitter.
bitter things. Maybe she summons like some big cup of like black coffee and tries to spill it over the meatballs and drown them in the hot bitter coffee.
And what is your attack that you say very lacklusterly? Lacklustery, what do you say? I feel like Tori would be like, coffee spill thing, go. It's probably what she would say, coffee spill thing, go.
Yeah, it's very,
Oh my god.
don't cry over spilled coffee. She just kind of waves her hand and the coffee spills.
Yeah, this big giant coffee just appears out of nowhere and spills this scalding hot coffee all over the spaghetti monsters, and they also, like, dissolve away. And then there were two.
Who's gonna win?
No, you want to do rock, paper, scissors to figure out who bends first.
No.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Okay, Sam, let's see this.
Where you going?
Let's see some 20 style, 30 style.
Yeah, after seeing the others going, kind of grudgingly shaking his head, not believing any of it, grab the red sphere and say, "Spicy power change up?"
Okay.
More questioning
Yeah.
than anything.
But it'll still work.
His fedora and overcoat turns into a just white, pure white radiant white chef's coat and
Oh.
a big old French Chef Boyardee. Big old mustache.
I love it, the mustache. Yes.
A little bit of a gut pulling out now. Black pants. And twist the mustache a bit. He says, I'm for the chef's cut. As he starts doing his knife sharpening towards the spaghetti
Yeah.
beings, he'll say, Chef's don't die. Just like in the old radio ads.
So is this, you're supposed to be spicy, so is it like hot peppers that you're like shredding on them? All these? Okay.
Yes.
So you're shredding the hot peppers at them, and
Right at
as soon as they hit the monsters, they start to burst into flames. Similar to Tori, but this one is, instead of black fire, it is clearly red fire. And they just kind of like spaz out and then collapse, shuddering. And then
That's a spicy meatball.
it is a spicy
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You were waiting for that moment. I love
But was that the entire? Was that the sunshine you were going for, man?
I love that.
I love that.
All right, and then last but not least, they're all closing in on you, Black Powder.
At this point, he's like, might as well. Let's all just go, sweet flavor change up,
What happened?
and hold it up. So he doesn't do like any fancy posing or anything, but his coat turns bright pink, as does his hat.
Yes.
He no longer he now has a mint patterned eye patch on.
Ooh. Nice.
His shirt goes from being like a plain cotton to almost a fancier kind of ruffly white shirt, and his sword gleams and it turns to almost look like ribbon candy.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
And once he finally comes out of it, he holds up what looks like 3 jawbreakers,
Ooh.
and it's Sugar Crash and their bombs, and he just tosses them out there.
Okay. Is that what you shout out, Sugar Crash?
Sugar
All
Crash.
right. They are bombs. You throw them out like a whole bunch of grenades. It lands in front of the creatures, and it just goes pop, 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 boom, like it's an explosion. And with that, the 5 of you managed to wipe out the forces of the meatballs. Meanwhile, Berna is still like it's still right in the center, just still going, and Flavor Umami is just kind of standing there, like checking her watch. He's still going, everybody.
Is there a rule that says you can't attack him while he's doing this?
It's not a rule per se. It's more of etiquette.
It's a fight. What kind of etiquette are you talking about?
I don't know. It doesn't feel right to just attack him while he's, charging up.
He just leans against a wall somewhere.
I mean, Tori has the body control spell that could tickle him and try to distract him.
Sure, you can. Go ahead, try it.
Alright, let me roll for that.
I just gotta say, you guys are amazing. I am loving all of this.
Oh, she actually failed.
Oh
Oh
no!
no!
So she'll try to tickle him, under the armpit.
You'll try to tickle him under the armpit. Roll me a d4, please. 3. Okay. So in my Zoom chat, 1, 2, 3, not including myself for Emily, that is Sam. So Sam, you start feeling really ticklish all of a sudden, and he'll probably try. If you want to resist, you're welcome to try to resist. Go ahead and roll against.
Yeah.
Try to beat. Try to beat Tori's roll. I guess.
Yeah, I think he makes a will roll.
A will roll. A will roll. Okay.
It can be resisted by will. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So you are laughing all ticklish, and And Flavor kind of tilts her head. What's happening?
Don't understand yet. She plays with her dolls and things happen.
What he said.
I'll stop tickling him. He'll try to stop the spell.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll it again.
Okay.
Minus 6.
hilarious.
Minus 6. So you're trying to get a 9 or below. What'd you get?
10.
Okay.
Oh no!
So roll me a d3. Roll me a d3.
Oh no.
3. Star. It's gonna be star. Resist with a willpower. Willpower.
Oh no! Okay. That's a 3d6, yeah.
3d6 is against your willpower, which is I don't know what your willpower is.
I think it's a 12 will. I got a 10.
Okay. You managed to resist, fortunately, but poor Sam is still. He's probably on the ground now, like irresistibly laughing.
He's not used to being tickled.
No.
Oh no!
So, I think Flavor is gonna look back on Berna, and she's gonna sigh, and then she's going to say, "Fricassee, giant attack!" and just like hits him in the back of his head, and Berna just goes, and then he just crashes on the ground. Sam is still on the ground. What do you all do?
Tori
I
is
don't know
like,
how to make it stop.
I mean, like, just put the doll down.
Raises her
doll
hand.
down.
So,
Put the doll down. I mean, nothing happens. If she puts the doll down, nothing's happening. Poor Sam is still down on the ground.
Can you stop it?
I'll try again.
Wait, maybe not. Maybe let it run its course for a little bit.
No!
I love the joke.
The duration is 1 minute. So.
Okay. So you can just, if you want, you can just let it last for a minute.
Okay.
Eventually it'll stop Sam. Maybe he'll be embarrassed. Who knows?
He's giving me like Pillsbury Doughboy realness.
Pillsbury, but like French Pillsbury Doughboy with a mustache. With a mustache.
Yes.
The group of citizens emerge and start to applause and they clap. Hooray for Flavor and the Flavor Senshi! Okay, I guess Frankie's gonna have his hands on his head.
He falls right into that role pretty easily.
Star will have the nerve to bow and say thank you.
I'm just
Tori.
lining up my pipe again.
Tori crosses her arms and kind of looks away.
And out of everything, the pipe has not changed at all.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Flavor will give her salute, and then she's gonna turn to the 5 of you and say, "Okay, we need to talk privately."
Yeah.
Good idea.
So you, she will say, "Farewell, citizens. Have a wonderful day." And she will leap out, and all 5 of you can just leap. You just have this amazing ability to just jump, like however many distances. So pretty much, you all will go over to another alley again, and you'll still be in your Flavor Senshi costumes, and Flavor will say, "This is so exciting! I have been searching for the chosen other Flavor Senshi for ages. I can't believe that all 5 of you just kind of dropped into our laps. This is exactly what the people of Gourmet City needs."
It ain't gonna be a long time thing, lass.
Yeah, it felt very natural.
I wouldn't say that.
Me either.
I'm loving this costume.
It looks like you did take quite a tumble there, Red. Are you okay? She says, turning to Sam.
This is just definitely a curve. Very out of my element.
You still have your flask.
Sorry, Sam.
Kids.
Well, thank you so much for all of your help. I don't think I would have been able to manage without the 5 of you.
Well,
I'm
this
I'm always eager to help and protect, so yeah, whatever I can do.
usually I just sing on stage, but this was a lot of fun. So, Miss question for you. This has been fun, and me and my he'll kind of like stare at them for a second and say, friends are thrilled to be here, but we need to go because we're not from around these parts. They're from Earth, and I'm from Etheria, and we need to go back to our places of residence. So, can you help us? And he'll have like big starry eyes.
Go, but what about the mission? Aren't you all here for the mission?
What's the mission?
She says, the mission is to protect the 7 flavor balls. She says as she holds up the white ball that she has, which obviously is a knockoff of Dragon Balls, obviously. And she says we have to keep them away from evil forces because whoever gets all of the flavor balls has control of flavor throughout the entire world and could disrupt the entire balance of cuisine completely out of whack.
Okay.
Come again?
What have we just done?
That is our destiny as Flavor Senshi or Flavor Scouts.
What did we just do?
Look.
I don't have time for this. I have to find my sister.
Alright, Miss.
Yes,
We
Pink.
kind of just. We literally just got dropped in here. We're not even from here. We don't know what a senshi is. So, if those things need protected, we can take them with us when we go. That way you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, that sounds fair. You say you're all not from here. I'm not really sure where to start with that, to be honest.
We're still getting used to it ourselves.
Well, why don't we talk about it over lunch? She says. Fighting games works up an appetite for me. I can cook you all something.
I am hungry.
Yeah, I've been eating hardtack for the last month, so sure.
Okay.
Quick question. How do we turn this off?
Oh.
Yeah. I feel very exposed.
Just hold up your flavor ball up to your chest, and then just think about transforming back, and then she shifts back into her Japanese schoolgirl outfit. And so you'll do that. You'll transform back.
Yep.
Just note that nobody will recognize you as your Flavor Senshi forms, so they're sort of our disguises. Because, it'd be very dangerous if the wrong people know who we really are. Secret identities and such.
Right.
Don't worry, I intend on keeping this very, very secret.
Yeah. Mom's word.
I know how to keep secrets.
I'll try.
Just gonna stick the ball in whatever bag I have on me.
Yeah. Into a pocket.
So tell us more about this mission. I mean, if we help you, could you help us?
I think that sounds fair. But if you all decide to take the ball somewhere else, I probably should come with you, though. That will be part of the deal. Out of character, welcome to your NPC party member. Out of character, yay.
Yep, that's what I figured.
Yay, flavor
Flavor or Sue.
Right?
I love it.
Star's gonna come up to her and be like, I'm so excited that you're here. And remember, and he's gonna press his face against hers. You said free food, so let's go.
Let's go, everybody. We should be able to just take a bus over there. So, yeah, you'll be able to take a bus. It's a very crowded bus for anyone who's been to Japan. Public transportation tends to be very crowded. I mean, as you guys are traveling, if you want to roleplay with each other at all, you're welcome to. If not, I'll move on to the next scene. So whatever you want to do.
Yep. Frankie will go in the bus, but he can't quite fit. So he's like, can we take a different bus next time?
There'll definitely be a few stairs to the group, especially with Sam. But Sue will say, "Oh, they're cosplaying at a convention," and they're like, "Oh, cosplay." Oh.
Yeah, Tori will hug her dolls really close to her chest and just make sure she doesn't lose track of them on this crowded bus.
Oh yeah.
Black Powder's just gonna stay somewhere like between Sam and Frankie, and just as he looks very like numb to it all at this point, he's just like, I just turned into like a pink fighting man. I'm done.
Poor baby.
Don't say that out loud. Remember, it's a secret.
He didn't say that out loud, and it
Oh,
was
okay.
it was one of those things that like I just turned into blank blank. I'm done.
Right?
Like it was blocked out into thought bubbles.
Oh, I love that. Star will literally be singing on the bus. He'll be singing whatever song, like travel music, literally just singing on the bus and like bopping back and forth. So he's like in his element.
What are you singing?
Oh, you've never heard of Wheels on the Bus?
Yeah, but that's a kid's song.
I know. It was a super popular song. There was this show called Bee's Adventures, and one of the songs was Wheels on the Bus. Want to sing it with me?
Hell no.
Wait,
And you'll
you
see
know
a
the
big-
same song?
Yeah, it's a song. Everybody knows it.
So there's a connection. Maybe you come
Nani?
from an alternate world.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
we have. How do you know that song?
we learned it in grade school?
So did I, but on a different planet.
Why is that weird?
I just unexpected.
And then Star will be like, so, and he'll lean in real close and say, so you guys know musical magic too? He'll go back.
Do you know like metal rock music? That's kind of my cup of tea.
I do know. He said there's this group of murder unicorns. They're an amazing group. Not really my cup of tea, but I like their music. They're pretty cool.
Never heard of them.
And he'll have like that X on his face, like, oh, like, I can't
Yes.
believe you never
Yes,
heard of them.
exactly.
Are you a performer too?
Excuse me? You have never heard of, and he'll shimmer and say, Star with 2 R's? That's who we are.
Yeah, when Star does that, there's that anime cutaway where where he does a thing. You've never heard of Star, and there's like
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yes!
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
what happens.
No, never heard of you.
He'll like, oh yeah, I need to sit down. Because he's like, he can't believe you never heard of him before, so he goes like that. Have you ever seen like, I don't know if you guys ever watch, what's the name of that show? Black Butler, where the little guy turns into the little thing, goes, shh, and he just like floats back down to the ground, because he can't believe you've never heard of him. So, Star's out of commission. He needs to take a minute.
I think I broke him.
I agree. I'm just gonna turn to Frankie. You seem pretty natural in a fight, lad.
yeah, because this is what I was designed for. This is what I was built for, is to be in combat. It was very natural to just jump right in.
Built for? Like, you were told what you need to do your whole life.
Well, I was designed and built, but I make my own choices.
Do you like fighting?
It's just very natural.
But do you like it?
Part of me does. I like to protect the people I care about. And if I have to fight to do it, then that makes me feel good about it, and I like it.
Makes sense. Alright, you did good, lad.
You did too. We all did.
Frankie will notice it's a 1 hit point, but still it's damaged. That there's a mark on his hand.
That's okay. That'll heal up.
I've taken worse in emotions to the missing eye that's not covered up or anything. It's just a hole.
Tori leans in closer.
Look
at your eye.
I've been through a fair share of injuries, lad. I've been around a long time.
Okay.
I have so many questions.
Yeah, and if you guys actually pay attention to Frankie's injury, you'll start to see that it's very slowly starting to heal up. Like it's no longer bleeding on its own. It's like regenerating.
Is that magic?
No, this is just who I am. This is just how I was designed.
If that's not magic, then it's quite handy.
It's just science.
Yeah, I know that there's definitely like some year issues here, but just for reference, where I'm from, pocket watches are like the biggest thing we got right now.
Pocket watches. Wow. No.
Like that's the biggest invention we've had recently.
You're way behind the times.
I'm starting to get that, yeah. Although I do recognize that weapon you used, although the ones we have are a bit bulkier and louder.
Yeah, 38. I'll pull it out. I don't give it or hand it over to Black Powder, but I hold it up so Black Powder can see it. Smith & Wesson, long barrel, 6 inches, great range.
That's impressive.
I'll reload my 2 shots.
That's impressive. I don't use one myself. I'm too old to learn those kind of things nowadays. But I know a couple lads who use flintlocks, and they're not the best range in the world, but they can do a good shot.
Well, it's definitely a odd situation. Did any of you have a Mickey before? Folding? A Mickey, a drink?
No,
Mickey.
I didn't. I was asked about a drink, but I didn't get one.
A drink? Like alcohol?
Yeah.
My parents still let me have alcohol.
Sorry.
Well,
how
that's
old are you?
smart.
I'm 17.
We have alcohol sometimes.
You still live with your parents at 17?
Yeah.
You're 17.
Times are.
Yeah, I still go to school.
You actually went to school?
Yeah.
Wait, and you're 17, you never had a drink?
No, my parents won't let me. I'm too young. The drinking age is 21.
And you always do what your parents tell you to do?
No.
It's not 21, doll. It's when you're... See, when something's illegal, you just don't do it. That's all.
Wait.
What?
Wait a minute.
Well,
Is
but what
alcohol
if-
illegal for you, Sam?
Well, it's prohibition. That kind of stuff you just...
Well, then what's in your flask?
Well, see, that's just some belly warming juice. That's all. Hooch, that's it. Frankie, try some of that. And I'll hand it over to Frankie.
Star will slowly sit back up and say, I like the black and white guy. He's cool.
I think I'm
good.
starting to like him too.
He takes some of that and is like, oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, just belly warming juice. That's all.
If it's just belly warming juice, I can have some, right?
Well, you see.
If you want some.
I want to try it.
No. Her parents say she can't. Their
But
parents.
my parents aren't.
Come
Hey,
on.
my parents aren't here. They can't tell me what to do.
See?
Everybody's got to grow up
I'm
sometime.
starting to like the witch a bit more now too.
I'll look around and see if there's any cop-looking figures.
I mean, the bus
Are we
is full of people, so it would be tough to pick anyone out necessarily, because there's just so many people in this bus.
But if we're going somewhere else, why don't we wait until we go somewhere else?
Yeah, kid. Yeah.
That's right, we're almost home, Sue says.
I mean, my question, Tori, is if You're not allowed to drink until you said 21. How on earth do you survive childhood? I've been drinking since I was 6.
Well,
Whoa.
I play with my dolls, and there's plenty of other things to drink, like soda and juice.
Wow.
Juice.
Things really do get weird as you go further forward in time, don't you? Young ladies living with their parents still dressed in trousers.
Yeah.
Hey, I like these trousers.
They're just not where I'm from. A woman in trousers is either a single widow working or, just not to be trusted.
Excuse you.
From where I'm from, we've all recognized that we come from different places, different experiences. I meant no offense, just explaining.
Yeah, this is 2021. This is 2021.
I see that, and I still
Time to
don't
start thinking
understand
a
it.
little bit more progressively.
It's been, 2 hours since I got here? Give me some time. It takes a while for an old dog to learn new tricks.
Okay.
So, Sue, he's like leaning over. He said, "Are you familiar with all of this? Do you really know what they're talking about?"
Well, if you're asking me if I know about alcohol, I know what all those things are.
Okay, when we get to your house, you and I are gonna have a long discussion about all this madness.
Oh, sure. We can always help you Google for it. That might help you.
Google? Is that more like Search Pod?
Google.
I don't know what SearchPod is.
Again, Star's eyes will have that X on. He'll be like, "What is this place? You guys don't have the internet?"
We do have the internet.
Okay. Yes, we must have a long discussion. And in this moment, Star will start to look his hair will start to look a little different. The green will start to pop up a little bit because he's feeling a little sad and a little afraid because he feels way out of his depth.
So I want to just quickly ask everybody if, while they were in the library, they saw any bookmarks as they were looking.
I
No.
did
No.
not see one, no.
Well, we got to keep our eyes open for one, just in case. Find out if this Sue's seen a fountain of that metal, too.
Bookmarks, Sue asks? If you're looking for bookmarks, I'm sure that the bookstore probably has several we can purchase.
After lunch, maybe we check out the bookstore.
Sure. So Sue takes you to a part of the city that's near what appears to be a culinary school. And she's going to explain to you that she is a student, a culinary school student, trying to, make it big as a professional chef. And so that sounds really promising. So she takes you over to one of the apartments, and she just kind of gives a whole, "Welcome to my apartment, come on in." And it's nicely well furnished. I mean, as a college student, she seems to be doing well and okay. And she's going to say, "Just make yourselves at home. I'm just going to go ahead and run into the kitchen, just quickly whip up some of my specialty curry," she says. "I'm so excited." And she's going to go ahead and start, bringing out the ingredients and start going to cooking the curry. I don't know if there's any role playing you all want to do now that you're not out in public with everybody. That's up to you.
I immediately just find a place and sit down. Just immediately.
So, can I have some of that belly warming juice now?
Priorities.
Let her have it.
Just a sip, kid.
Okay. Oh, she'll take a sip. And, when you're a kid and you have alcohol for the first time, it kind of tastes disgusting. So she immediately pulls back and hands the flask back to him.
See, not all that great. You're not missing a thing.
Yeah, I never want that again.
Just say that now. Out of character, I would like to say to the audience, we, the cast of Athenaeum, do not condone underage drinking.
Not at all.
No. Thank you for saying that.
Yes.
Yes.
Sue is going to say, so tell me more about yourselves. If now that we're a team, I guess I'm just kind of curious. Do you all have families? Do any of you have kids? She says, turning towards Sam and Black Powder.
No.
Sort of.
What do you mean by sort of? She says, turning towards Black Powder.
Hey, there's a lad on the ship I've been working on, and he's become somewhat like a son to me.
Oh, that's really nice. What's his name?
Jim. His name's Jim.
Well, maybe one of these days we'll get to meet.
Perhaps. He's actually just a little bit younger than Tori, I believe.
Really?
Like,
Maybe we can be friends.
maybe. The lad always seems so lonely. He'd probably appreciate a friend, although I don't know exactly how he'll act around a girl. Don't know if he's been around them very much.
How about you, Frankie? You seem a little bit, I don't know, you seem a little uncomfortable around here.
Well, it's not being uncomfortable around here. It's just I do have family, and I left a good friend. I don't know if she's dead or not. She was shot, and now I don't know what is happening. And I need to save my boyfriend. He's in trouble. He's kidnapped. I don't know, maybe being tortured. That's why it's important to go back to our homes. I like helping you. I like helping people. But I need to go back and help my family and my friends. They're in trouble.
I understand that. I guess that's why this has been my calling, too. I mean, not just the student culinary school thing, but, you know, becoming a flavor senshi to sort of defend the city from evil bad guys.
I understand. I'll do what I can to help you. I promise. But we also need help to get back home.
But you all said that you're from different places. I find that really strange.
So do we.
Different places, different times. Yeah.
Is it magic? The little rice ball looking thing, Oni says.
I just look right to Tori.
Don't look at me.
I would guess.
Then I look at Star.
I'm assuming it's some type of magic, but I'm not really sure.
It could be something technological. Like I said, some sort of teleportation machine.
A curse, for all I know.
Something military working on.
Could be.
Could be a number of those things. Star will look at Frankie and say, I'm sorry about all your troubles. Like, you'll pat him on the arm, like, in a friendly way. I'm sorry about all your troubles. Hopefully, by the end of this, you'll be able to save your friends and your boyfriend.
I really do hope so.
I have faith you will.
Thank you.
All right, lunch is ready, Sue says, and she places it down onto the table. And it's, you know, it's a pretty cool spread. You know, you've got the rice and you've got this big pot of curry. It smells really good, smells really enticing. You know, she's got like some pickled things that you could put on top if you'd like.
Ooh.
And she's going to go ahead and start ladling it up. So it's comfort food, so she's going to be apologetic and say, so my apologies that, you know, presentation-wise, it's not really the best, but, you know, it's comfort food, so I guess it's not supposed to be presented in a professional way. She ladles it in front of you all.
Looks great compared to what I have been eating.
Eat it while it's still hot, she says, with a big smile. As you guys dig it in, so let's cut to the chase. It's awful. This tastes absolutely terrible. I'm gonna ask everyone if they want to keep it down to roll me a what is it, stamina roll? Or like stamina roll to not like throw it all up.
I'll try.
Stamina.
Like
Do a
health,
minus. Her food is so bad, it's gonna be a -6 penalty.
like a health.
So -6.
What would that be?
Stamina. Is that
health.
health?
Or health, whatever you roll a health roll. Yeah, health roll.
HT.
To not be like.
Oh well,
lurching.
I fail.
Okay.
So
Oh my
Tori
God.
takes
I
a sniff
succeed
of
real
it.
well.
Tori,
So remember,
Tori
it's a
takes
6
sniff.
penalty. So remember, it's a 6 penalty. So it's 6 points lower.
She really, really does not hold us down.
6 points lower.
And she is
Well,
not
I-
discreet about it.
But
So
like
you
in this one, I
fail.
think we all fail.
I failed.
All of you fail.
Yeah, big time.
So you all will start to lurch a little bit. And I'm gonna say that Sue is totally oblivious to it, and she's still like smiling, and she'll say, "So what do you all think?"
Is there a bathroom?
Oh yes, she said right over there.
Tori dashes to the bathroom, and you can hear her hurling in the background.
Here, have a little bit more, she says as she trails up to Frankie.
No, she waves her away.
More salt?
Sure, she says. Is it not seasoned well enough? you're just dumping it all in.
I am salty
Yeah.
flavor power.
Right. So as somebody who is like, while you're in this world, you do have a favor for salty things.
Yeah.
While you're in this world, so you put in a lot of salt, sodium city, and when you taste it, it's palatable when
Oh
you
my
do
God.
that, but it's definitely. And so poor Sue, she's say, so, how do you think I did? It's my specialty.
I need to wash it down with something.
Star will be like, it's different from anything else I've ever eaten in my entire life. So it's
Really?
unique. And Star will be like, his hand will be trembling as he goes for a lemon.
As a lemon. He just kind of.
Squirt lemon juice on it.
How does the Sam and Black Powder say anything? React to anything?
My honesty gotta kick in here.
Uh-oh. Oh, here we go.
Just because it's a disadvantage,
Yeah.
I gotta just say,
Yeah.
this ain't the bee's knees, and just push it away.
I didn't put any bees in it. There's a little bit of honey, though.
Nah, I'm good. I'd stay Brian.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you look pretty young, lass. I mean, when you're learning, everyone has their flops. It's not amazing, but it's by no means the worst I've ever had.
It's a flop, she says.
You may just have not been your day. You're tired. You just went through a fight, lass.
There's a cutaway where you see the chibi version of her, and she's sort of like spinning in a spiral, like falling in a bottomless pit.
Trust me, lass, it's not that bad. It's just probably not your best. You're tired. You went through a fight today. Like, go easy on yourself. I cook for a living, technically, and so it's hard sometimes. I get it.
It's okay. It's okay, Sue. You tried your best. I really did. My teacher said I was improving. That's why I went to culinary school in the first place, is because I wanted to get better at cooking.
Don't let it up. This is an improvement.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe. Do you have like a pet, like a dog? Maybe the dog would like to eat this.
I
Don't feed
did.
it to the dog.
But she died. But she died.
Oh.
Above Star's head will be like, I see why.
Okay, my thought bubble is, am I gonna die?
Yeah. You didn't crit fail. If you crit failed, then we're gonna have to start rolling some death saving rolls. If you crit failed.
May I have a wee bit more of that belly button, Judas?
Well, I
I'll
guess
just pass it around at this point.
I guess if you are still hungry, there is a fast food joint nearby that we could pop in on the way to the bookstore.
He's gonna grab her and be like, "Let's go."
All right, sure. Let me go grab some of the books I was going to donate to the bookstore real quick, and I will meet you all at the front door. And as she's leaving, go ahead.
A quick question for you, Hark. How long has it been since we first appeared in the Athenaeum?
A couple hours, maybe 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours, I would say. Okay. So when she's out of the room, Oni, the little rice ball looking thing, turns to the group. I have to apologize for Miss Sue. So it's not completely her fault. When she was really young, she was in a freak accident that led her to lose all her sense of taste. She can't taste anything.
Mm.
Well, that'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Really, but despite that, she still loves food. She just is trying to achieve it so that she could make other people like her food as well.
Can I make a recommendation? Follow the recipe.
She does follow the recipe, but then she feels like she can get really creative, and I think that's where things go a little off.
That's my recommendation. Stick to the recipe, and that's it.
Here's a recommendation from, again, someone else who does cooking. If she has a friend, and she wants to get creative, ask them to be there in the kitchen with her so they can taste test and give feedback as she goes rather than getting it at the end after it's all ready.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can let her know that. Thanks for letting me know. And with that, Sue will come out and say, "Okay, why don't we go ahead? I also managed to get some coupons. We can get some free appetizers over at the fast food place." So she's gonna go with you out, and you'll go to the food court of the culinary school, and this is a food court at a culinary school.
Oh.
So it's pretty much got whatever cuisine that you can think of, not just Japanese, Mexican, French, Indian. All of these different places are selling all this food. So you probably will all recognize something from all these places. There might even be like bubblegum shrimp kind of place that might be more of Captain Black Powder's style. I don't know, but I like to believe you'll find something there you'll like. So why don't you, just as a curiosity, we go around and you tell me which particular food court place you go to get your food. And this is one of those very typical Japanese anime, like food related show, because they have those kind of things. So I do want to know what dish you order from this place.
I can already tell because it's something he kind of would recognize and be like, "Oh, okay, I'll give it a shot." He'd go right for sushi.
Ooh, sushi, yeah.
But it's fish.
Yeah,
And it's like, no, I like fish. I like seaweed. Sure, let's go for it.
Sushi is probably something that you're not familiar with at all. And I'm sure it is the best thing you've ever had. Certainly the best thing.
He's definitely like a heavy on the wasabi kind of guy.
Yeah. Okay. But in this world, you kind of want a touch of sweetness in it. So maybe
Just
a
out
little.
of principle, he's gonna stay away from it.
Okay, just out of principle. All right. How about the other four?
I want coffee. Just coffee.
Yeah, there's definitely a coffee shop.
Coffee.
Yeah. And they've got all these, like, you'll probably go to some Starbucks-like place, and so they're going to offer to give you all these syrups and, like, mess with the coffee. I don't know if you decide to mess with your coffee at all, but
Well, most
they're going to
likely,
offer it.
because of the world, he's going to have some type of a craving for spiciness. So he's
Yeah.
something that's going to have some bite to it.
Yeah. So I'm sure there's going to be, like, a cinnamony, like, spiced kind of coffee that they'll offer you, which actually hits the spot really well. It's nice and warm. It gives you, like, a great, what do you call it? Belly warmth, or whatever you call
belly
it.
warm.
Belly warm thing in yourself, which is very close to your character. Fits your character perfectly in this world. Does Frankie eat?
Go ahead.
it's really funny. So Frankie is used to eating a lot of trail rations and stuff like that. So when he sees all this food, as we're getting to like the table, he comes down with like an enormous tray of food with like a little bit of everything, and he just plops down and he's looking at you guys like, "What? I'm hungry."
It's fair. You're a big guy.
He's just eating. Yeah, his big appetite, and he's just eating like everything at once. Like, oh, try that, and then try that, and then try that, and try that.
So cute.
She will go to like the ramen noodle shop and get a big heaping bowl of ramen and just start slurping and devouring it.
Star will come back. It'll be all 5 of them, each one of them having something completely different. Something that has a little bit of lemon in it, and they'll all sit down and they just eat randomly. Like, it'll be anything. It'll be cake, it'll be hamburgers, it'll be something Spanish, something Asian. It doesn't matter. They're just eating.
I think that Sue is just gonna have a bowl of teriyaki, and with like some sesame seeds, and Sue's going to bite into it and eat it, and this feels so warm. Like, texture-wise, she's all about the texture. She can't taste anything. She just likes the texture of the teriyaki because they prepare in such a way that it's crispy. I don't know if you've ever ordered crispy beef from like the restaurant, but that's what she enjoys about this teriyaki place is they crisp up the beef in it. So, okay. Afterwards, you fill up your bellies, heal up if you. So I guess whoever got damaged can heal all the way up after eating, and you will go to the bookstore. And again, there's a lot of students, a lot of culinary students there. What do you guys do once you're at the bookstore?
I want to watch Sue and see what type of books she was bringing in to donate.
Yeah, no, definitely. Some of the, unsurprisingly, a lot of the books that she was bringing were cookbooks of various types. So she's donating them to the bookstore because they do have a section of like borrow a book, leave a book, take a book, those kind of places in the section, leave a book, take a book that they have there, and that's what she's kind of doing. So here's all the bookmarks, she says, pointing to a section. I don't know if there's anyone in particular you're looking for.
Definitely look for ones that are white like the other with symbols.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go ahead and roll a search, I guess?
Ooh, 9 versus 15.
Okay. You're gonna look through, and all of these bookmarks, they just seem like your typical generic bookmarks. None of them in particular catches your eye as having any similarity to the bookmarks that you found in the strange room that you were in before.
So from there, Star will get Sue, and he'll say, "So you're a culinary student at this school?"
She says, it's my sophomore year.
Oh, so you just started. Okay, that's good. So you have time to grow. The thing I was wondering is, so again, out of character, none of the bookmarks look.
No.
Okay, so Star will be like, so tell us more about this mission that we need to accomplish to protect food. So out of character, Star is thinking if they help her, then they can go to the next or get back to where they need to go.
Well, the main threat, like the main people who are after the flavor balls, is this group that call themselves Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
They are each gain their powers from different types of soda. So out of character, they look. You know how we have the Fanta girls? You know how they have the Fanta girls?
Yes!
So they are male versions of the Fanta girls. Wanna be pop, gotta have ya. Wanna be pop, gotta have ya. And so she says there's Bebop Red, which is strawberry, Bebop Purple, which is grape, Bebop Yellow, which is pineapple, Bebop Black, which is cola, Bebop Pink, which is fruit punch, and Bebop Orange, which is, well, orange soda.
And what do they do exactly?
Well, they have this ability to combine together and create this ginormous. And all of a sudden, while she's saying that, you hear generic people screaming outside again. Oh no! Come on, Flavor Scouts! It's time to get back into action. We have to go find somewhere where people won't see us transform. And she's gonna leave the store.
I'm following her.
Or
Same.
Okay, so you're gonna find another random. There always seems to be no shortages of random alleys.
Right.
Like no shortage. They always seem to have.
They're
one,
around me.
right, no matter where you
Every
are.
corner.
Every corner. And then she will take up her spheres and she will go, flavor power, change up.
And then Star will just follow right behind her.
All right.
Yup. Same. Salty
Alright.
flavor power change up.
Yes, you all do your transformations. And when you get into the scene, so right in the mall area of the university, this big grassy place, you can see that there are these 6, clearly a knockoff of the Power Rangers, very much of the knockoff of the Power Rangers, and their costumes sort of look like soda pop bottles, basically soda pop bottles. So they are all synchronized and doing these little Power Rangers poses, and they're singing their "Wanna be pop, gotta have ya, wanna be pop, gotta have ya." Cowboy Bebop red, Bebop purple, Bebop yellow, Bebop black, Bebop pink, Bebop orange. And they still yell out, "Attention citizens of Gourmet City, we are here, and we are looking for Flavor and the secret flavor balls. You'll never get the flavor balls, Cowboy Bebop. Oh yeah? Well, are you ready, guys? Let's go and take her down. Right! So let our Bebop powers combine. Red, purple, yellow, black, pink, orange." And then they summon this big, giant monster-looking thing, which is essentially a big bottle of cola, like a big, giant bottle of cola with arms, and they all jump into this big, giant contraption, and the cola is gonna start shaking itself up, almost looking like it's going to explode like a giant bomb.
I love it. He's thanking himself.
Flavor is going to say, "Okay, so I think we're gonna have to take this up to another notch. So we're gonna have to summon our Flavor Zords. We need Flavor Zord power now! You all have to say it with me.
We need flavors.
Flavors
Lord
power
now.
What they say.
All right. And out from the distance fly in these giant robotic, mechanical-looking vehicles. There is a big, giant red pepper. There's a big blue pretzel. There's a big yellow lemon. There's a big black artichoke. There is a giant pink cake. And a white fish, a giant white fish that comes out from the distance. And Flavor will jump up really high and jump on top of the white fish and go inside of her Flavor Zord.
I go in my pretzel flavor Zord.
Same.
Nice.
I climb into my artichoke Zord.
Sure.
Sure.
Black powder is I can't deal with this. Cool.
And Sam is going to go in the red pepper.
Yeah.
And I form the head.
Oh my god, yes. Yes to all of it.
Now that we are reaching the climax, I think we're actually going to leave at a cliffhanger. So we're going to end the session there.
Wow.
And and as this is going to happen, you all hear in your heads a voiceover. Will Cowboy Bebop manage to take down the Flavor Senshi? Or will the Flavor Senshi find themselves in a very seltzery, sticky situation? Tune in next time. Same flavor time, same flavor channel. Ta-da!
Nice.
I loved everything.
That's so good. That's so good.
Oh boy.
Alright, that's it. Session 1.
That's so good, you guys. This is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
Die with black powders. Like I cannot. Like
Yes. Yes.
I'm going off the thought of like Black Powder's technically been like constantly working for like the past 12 hours because he's on a boat.
oh,
What a nap.
Right.
oh my god.
Mhm.
Oh my god,
Oh,
I
man.
love it.